Hey guys, my name is Cidiac and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines here in Fallstown. Guys, last episode we built our very own, or should I say our brand new farming industry. It's a work in progress. We was in no way, shape or form completed it or put it in its final stage. It's always going to be a work in progress because there is nothing over in that area. And today I want to do a little bit more work on it. I want to kind of work on the highways. I know we've been doing a lot of highway work recently, but I feel like it's essential for the city's growth. Once I get the highways down, the city can build around it, and I can't then moan that there's not good transport links and so on and so on. So I want to kind of change some of the stuff we did in the last episode. I've added some extra stuff since the last episode too to the farming industry, but I want to kind of set up or connect the end of that highway to the other end of the highway. Makes no sense, but we'll get straight into this. So guys, if you enjoyed this, I want to see more Fallstown in the future, then make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you are new around here, make sure you subscribe too. So since last episode, I've added a few extra additional production buildings. We're currently making 17,000 in weekly profit, which is really good. It augurs towards our 36,000 we're making a week right now. Production levels are pretty high. We still got some imports, so we still have room for, our own production to still basically ramp it up. I've added in some extra, some additional, if I could zone in, some farms in terms of the industry, just to kind of really pack this area out. The only issue is we don't have enough workers over in this area. Now, if I check the unemployment, 32% unemployed, there's enough workers. Of course there is, but they just can't seem to get over to this area. So one thing we could do is, develop a transport system to bring people from the city into the rural areas, which is what we'll probably need to do at some point in the future. But for now, what we're going to do to kind of combat some of it, we'll do like a small improvement in that area, is sort out this highway. So the highway comes up and bends round, and it kind of ends here. And that's pretty much where we left it over, just so we could have some form of decent connection over to this area. Now, I want to use or get this connected up to there at some point, where the highway's going to eventually come round and bend round and go up over in this area. But been thinking a lot. If I did like a big interchange, kind of like how this interchanges all down like around here, go in many different directions, and we start a new highway here too. And what this one then comes, it crosses over this somehow, I'm not too sure just yet. And it goes up, bends around, and then goes down, and we use this bridge, these two bridges. I'm going to completely redo this whole area here today, and get these, as they come over, rather than kind of bend in to a roundabout, they're going to bend into a solid highway system that comes along here, bends down, and does an interchange here. So then that is then also connected up to there. We have some solid connection routes, so don't have to drive down these roads. There's a lot of work is going to take place today, but I feel like once we've got that set up, the world is our oyster. We need to get more residents over in this area, and then once the kind of road network over here is done, we can then create our very own version of Beverly Hills, which I'm really, really excited to do. So there's a few things I kind of want to do in general anyway. I want to get rid of the train station down here. So I'm going to put the game in pause for now. Goodbye. It is gone. We have to really move these train tracks too. I also want to get rid of the cargo airport as well. It's in a good little spot. Nice, sweet little spot. But I want to move that. And I want to try and get them using the highway. We will place it somewhere else. I'm not just 100% sure just yet where we'll place it. Maybe over here somewhere, I don't know. But that's going to go for now then, because I'm trying to slowly turn this into the residential Beverly Hills area, all the way up to the mountain tops there. And then over the mountain, it's all the farm yard land imaging. Right, so I got a little bit of a concrete there. We're going to get rid of these roads. It's all going, boys. We are doing a huge transformation right now. Right, we'll delete the highway up to where it's pretty much straight, so there. Then everything else after can disappear. I'm telling you, we're doing some big changes today. So it's probably easier if I don't grab the trees. If I delete it like this, boom, you are gone. Hasta la vista, baby. We're gonna have to create some new connections for the train tracks, which we'll do at some point. So goodbye. Because the only connection over here was to get the train tracks on this route and out of that side. So you might cause some congestion for the time being over here, as they're all going to be using this side. But that's something we're just going to have to put up with for now. So make sure I delete the right stuff. You're all gone. There we go. And boom. Goodbye. It's quite fun deleting all this. It is quite fun, not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna have to repaint that grass green as well. Now, this area here, because we did have a little bit of a town over here, we're gonna completely get rid of this too. So, delete. Goodbye. Because like I said, we are redoing the whole thing. And we're gonna base it around the highway that we're now building. Because I've got to really think about the infrastructure in this area. Right, we'll kind of leave it to there, because I don't know how it's gonna continue to go. Actually no, let's just delete the little bits. There we go. Don't need this no more. And once we got that all the highway stuff sorted out, then we'll have like a proper understanding. I'll keep this in for now there. We'll have a proper understanding of where the train tracks and the roads are gonna go. We'll keep this road here going up to and going down, so there's a good solid cut through road there. Pretty nice. And that's when we do all the spiral roads. Oh, it's gonna be so good, I'm excited. Right, I'm gonna put it into play mode for now. Just so they can sort out their routes they need to go in. We'll get rid of the brush size. We'll get rid of the concrete there on the grass. All good. So then I gotta choose up their own routes. They'll all start using this highway for now, but we gotta try and figure this out. We really have. So, yeah, like I said, I wanna have this continue to go around, or do I? Do I then have this at this point cut through and bend up and have that connected up to there? It would change how this is now laid out. I'd have to do some terraforming. I'm trying to think, why am I making it go up to this side? There's not really much up there. That's where the edge of the map ends. So I might as well just have this kind of come over. So we have to change that connection. That's easy peasy. Go up to there, and then come down, and then spiral off once it gets to this point, this ramp section there, into the two directions to be hooked over. That could be pretty cool. I mean, I'm only just creating more work for myself. Don't need to do that, and we can obviously have this. It's like a ring road. I'm not sure what they're called like everywhere else, but like in the UK, we have cities and we have highways that go around, or like big main roads that go around the edge of the city. It is called a ring road. So it's a way that you can get from one side of the city to the other without having to go through the city centre. That makes sense. So it comes up to here, it goes round and then down. That's pretty dope if you ask me. Right, that's going to work. Right, again, got into play mode then, just so everyone understands their new route updates, but it doesn't really matter at this point because we are now going to delete it all. Right, I need it all deleted for one good reason. I need to do a lot of terraforming. So let's just delete up to that point. There we go. So terraforming to make it as flat as possible so we can have a smooth journey when it comes to the highway building. So up the brush size, get the smoother the thingy out. I don't think that's going to be enough. Up the brush size even more. Ooh, we got a huge little mountain top there that we can flatten, but I want to kind of it's more this area here. We're going to be clicking and holding for a while as we get this sorted. We really are. So we don't need to do that kind of mountain top there. It's more this one. If I can get this a little bit more flatter, then yay. I mean, I could use the, do you know what, just to save time, if I bring that brush size down a bit. So we're pretty much up to here. So let's take it from there. That's 418 terrain height. And if I push this all the way around, because I still want to keep in the kind of mountainous area. But if I just flatten it, and then we'll kind of bring it back out. So what level is this then here? 310, so it drops 100 meters. Okay, so it drops 100 meters, and then here is 380. Okay, so we kind of push it out a bit more. I would create a V. We're going to smoothen it all off. I'm trying to do it in stages pretty much. And we'll take it from here. Create that V. So the stages are going to make us, you know, bring the highway down, like, you know, in steps in a sense. So we don't have these ridiculous terrain levels. Oh, there we go. Do it here as well. So try and push this out as much as possible. Smoothing it. Now is that, yeah, that's a gradual steep down. Only need a gradual steep down to get to this point, and we can like use the lip to push it out. Push this back too. Get rid of that mound. And again, like I said, keep pushing this back a bit. The smoother the better for us. And then this will be, you know, once we figure out how the highway bends around, this will really sort itself out. But that's pretty self-explanatory to that point there. And then we'll do some smaller smoothing to go up to here. So we got to push that up. Okay. All right. Okay, we'll put the original road back in there. Which is it this road? It is this road here. Put this original road going back up. There we go. And where it stops, I don't know. But I'll take it up to that point. We'll have to create like the connection back up for these guys. But that goes across there, so we can then start to judge where we want things to happen, where we want things to pretty much work. Ooh, this is going to be exciting. Okay, so let's get the original, the main crossover point for the highway. So I'm thinking, okay, so 1 or 2. I feel like we need, at this point we maybe need to go 1. Let me get the lanes correct. Yeah, 2. Sorry, not 1. Up at that point. So I got it to there. Or is it too high? Right, let's get the collision to go through. We can move the stuff underneath it anyway. Is that high enough? I'm gonna have to free camera it. Just a second. I mean, there's a lorry there. Could that get? Oh, that's perfect height. Okay, there's nothing under there obstructing it, is there? I get it. It gets really hard to see. No, there's nothing. Okay, that's sweet. Okay, and we kind of do the same now going back. Is that a wide enough gap, or is that too wide? No, that's pretty cool. Now all we're meant to do is pretty much bend that round and down. I've just realised I've cut them the wrong way round. Right, let's flip them quickly. Oh, somebody else said as well, my airport, one of my runways is the wrong way round too. We need to check that out at some point. I just remembered that. So bend that round. That should be fine to bend round and down. Now that is one layer up, isn't it? So I can bring it to this point. Well, yeah, I'll bring it to that point so we can create a really nice bend on it. Ooh, do I want them at different levels? Let's see how they play out at different levels. Alright, that's there, bending. I'm not 100% on that. I'm not 100%, so let's get the old smoothie out. Brush size down. Alright, let's take these as well, because it starts to lip up there, doesn't it? So make it... Oh, that's too wide. Alright, there we go. Just push that out slightly. Again, we'll do all the terraforming after we've got the roads in, to make it look half decent. So let's bring it down. Oh, actually it's coming down by 2, isn't it? So... I don't want it to do that dip it's doing. I want it to kind of do, you know, come down in a steady form. Alright, it looks like I can't get away from that. Oh, no. I said, it looks like I can't get away from that dip. I can here. I can actually just bring that down slightly. And then curve it in. But that one curves a lot sooner. And I don't like I don't like the fact it does that. Let's bring it back this way. Right. See, I'm getting quite particular now at this point. Right, if I bring it to there, that is the bend. We'll bring it back there, and we can use the move it tool to kind of change the when it bridge. Okay, it's yeah. Okay, we'll take that. Yeah, the road is the wrong way around at the moment. We'll sort out in just a second, but let's just kind of get the sloping progress just right. Okay, let's bring that one down a bit more. And oh, where am I? Oh, okay. I'm on the draggy one. All right, let's bring that in. Right, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. A little bit of a bump there. That could be solved with a little bit of tweaking. Okay, so now let's flip the roads round. The ones that need to be flipped anyway. So they kind of just change slightly. And that one all goes the right direction. Beautiful. Okay. So let's just kind of... Oh, no. Here's the wrong one. Puff the edges off a little bit. So it gets a little bit weird here, doesn't it? Let's see if I can do something with this. There we go. Just sort that out slightly so it bends up. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. Right, sweet. That is now done. That is now sorted. We've just got to bring this down. It's almost in line to where I want it to be. But let's kind of sort the ending out first. So that's coming in. That's going out. Oh, I'm on the wrong one here. So I want the highway to go up in that direction. And I want it to come down in this. I bet I've got it the wrong way around. Oh, that was the thing, yeah. So yeah, it's going that way, the direction on this side. So that was the thing, because I forgot they cross over, don't they? That's the whole reason we had that twisty, windy roundabout. So, oh, we could do actually something pretty cool. We could actually do something pretty cool. I've got an idea. Whether or not it's going to work, I don't know. But if I bring that one to here, I'll delete that back a bit, and we'll keep that in. Is it possible? Now, I'll do it with like a normal road. Like this to there. Like that. If that makes sense. And then can I upgrade it? And then flip that. Right. Bear with me. Oh, why did I delete that? I just ruined the whole thing. I just literally just ruined the whole thing by deleting the middle piece. Right, let's try that again. Okay, we'll go out by 7 this time there. Out by 7 there, and then create that. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. But you kind of just don't want that. I want to create the wiggle bend, right? So if we... I gotta get this just right now, haven't I? So if I delete... Oh, it's not gonna work because you gotta do it in stages. Right, okay. Forget everything I've just said. Where is the highway? Highway, highway. 7. Let me take the snapping off. So 7. And then 4. 7. I'm not loving it, but we can sort it out slightly. Right, it's not perfect, but it would do the job. And then this one here goes up and crosses over. And that kind of flips the whole thing on its head, which is actually pretty cool because I forgot how this was inverted to do that swing around. So, yes, this is pretty dope. I like it, right. So page up then. Put the snaps back on there. And we'll take it from this one to this one. Alright, we just got to flip it around. Like that. And then with the magic of the move it tool. Oh, and actually no, we'll do it like this. So like that. So this is what I wanted to do originally on the other one, but it kind of just didn't work. Right, we kind of do it backwards. Alright, hold on. And then do the old, the old flipperoonie. I don't know how that has gone so bad. Let me sort this out. Let me figure this out, and we'll get it perfect. Right. After a lot of stressing, a lot of different designs, and a lot of using the move it tool, I think I found a system. So we've got a nice little big roundabout here, intersection that crosses over in many different ways, shapes, and forms, which looks kind of crazy. I'm sure we used this setup before, previously. I don't know where. I'm trying to figure out if I have. I mean, I've used a crazy version of it. This is more of a simple version of it, which goes in all different directions, which I've kind of dented a huge mountain here, which we could probably put it through as a tunnel and bring it out and connect it up to that, whether that goes in many different ways. That's something for the future, which would be pretty sweet if we do that. Which anyway leads over to the bridge, goes up in a nice orderly fashion, and we've got to connect it up to there somehow, shape and form. Okay, so let's get that underway then. So let's get this set up. Let's bring it out and let's start to bring it down. So how far can I bring it? Right there. And I'm going to do the same to this one to make sure it comes down at the same level. It does. So let's flip it round. Nice. And let's continue with it. Let's continue moving forward. Right, how far... Where's it snap? It snaps... Oh, it snaps there. Okay, so that is not... It's going to have to do a bend in some way. So if we go from here, and let's say our bend is going to come down to there. And then we can play around with the bends now to get it perfect. So let's bring this up and... What, you're not going to snap? You're not going to snap? Why won't it snap? I'm not too sure. Do we have to get a little bit closer maybe? Alright, bring it to there. Nah, that's kind of terrible, isn't it? It is. Right, let's bring this a little bit closer. Right, now it should snap, right? It does, but we're way too close. Still nothing. Right, we'll make it up. Right. Yeah, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Okay, I wanted to connect over to the... Oh, beautiful. So it was quite early on. And that connects up over. So a nice little wiggle, nice little bend round. Sweet. So because it kind of dips down now, when this road here goes across, we can create like a little on and off. That road can come across and go across, create a little on and off. And then we've got this huge mountain we can work with for the Beverly Hills section of it. So now we just need to create some on and off ramps for this area. Now it dips down quite a lot, but it dips down quite early here. So I'm thinking, can I change that? So if this was to go up to there, I would want it to kind of... Right. We're going to have to use the move it tool. So now create a long bend. Let's just bring this in a bit more. Because as you know, it's slightly off. Right, and with the power of the move it tool, can I select both? Bring them down together. Select these both as well. bring them down. Just so I can create that effect. Like, oh, look at that. That kind of bends. It just waves over that road, which I really like that. I really like that. So let's now get this all hooked up. This all pretty much now connected. So I want to create a diagonal road coming off this. So going in. Let's set that off quickly. So going in that direction, which also goes in that direction. You don't need to flip this around to be the on and off section of this. So we're gonna have to create that beautiful connection. There we go. It's a little on and off section there. That one dips quite early, doesn't it? Let's see if we can get away with pushing it a bit back there. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then we'll do the same here then. So let's create... Now this one's going to cut in maybe a little bit earlier. So we already have that road just there. And again, like this, like I said, this is going to cut in a little bit earlier, but we'll try our best to try and get it as close to it as possible. And this has got a long drive to go, but I want to kind of try and get it similar. So I'll bring it to here. And then we'll bend it in. There we go. So it keeps the pattern the same, even though some of the on and off ramps are slightly shorter than others, but it keeps the pattern the same. Keeps it all within one another. Right, so what can I do to this then? So I can raise this up a little bit. Raise the whole area. There we go. So, you know, it's like as if it's been modified to fit it beautifully. We could do some terraforming. It's not a huge issue, this area. I'm not too worried about it. But if I flatten the land a bit more around it, let's take it from there. And then push, or chunk this out slightly. And then just slightly soften the blow. It's all good, right? I want to bring this out a bit. Right, good stuff. That is now solidly connected. We'll remove traffic lights on this junction. Is there any? Okay, there wasn't. There is some here, which is pretty cool to see. It's all hooked up in the right way, so yeah, pretty much go anywhere you want. Now, oh, my mouse is going crazy. No, I can actually put it back into play mode now. The only thing we don't have connected or hooked up is these roads here and the train track. So for now, it is connected in some way, shape, or form. They can go in any direction they want. I want to see vehicle. Yeah, vehicles going across this. Beautiful, even some turning off, which is good to see. Genius, I tell you, genius. And let's now get these roads going across. But let me first get this connected up. So the big 6-lane road here, which will continue this through. I don't really know why I deleted it in the first place, to be honest. I think I was just kind of playing around with space, wasn't I? So if I brought this up, like snapped in that way. And this is going to be interesting because they're all coming together at the same time. And yeah. So, well, anyway, right, we're going to have a road come out of here. So there's 2 crossings just there. So there's 2 crossings quite early on. Maybe we should only treat one of them to be the crossing for the connection there, which this one, because it leads into the tunnel. That one can just bridge over, no connection. We've got a connection just there to come off 2, so we don't need 3. 2 is good enough. So this is the road we kind of need to watch or keep our eye out for. So this comes down, and I'm thinking, do I go roundabout? Do I go roundabout just here? Connect those guys there, because there's going to be 4 roads leading up to it. Right, I'm going to pause it. Alright, push them back a bit. And where is this road leading from? So that's coming up to here. So it's 4 roads coming together. It's not going to be a great junction, so I think a roundabout is perfect for this area. I really do. So let's drop this in then. And what's the best little spot? Just here, I'm thinking. Right, and now this is also going to be interesting because roads are coming off in different ways. So this could be pretty cool to find out how it works. Right, so we got one. We've actually got 4 different styles of roads leading up to it, which is pretty cool. Let's start with this one. So we'll lead it to there. This one's got the 6-lane with the trees. Let's lead you up to there. This is well, we'll go for the this one first. So I bend it like that, and then in like that. Just create a little wiggle on it. Just try and give a little bit of space between each connection. I can actually push this one a little bit more back and then bring it in. There we go. Just try and give each one a space for the connection. And I think this one is pretty much good to go straight. Should we just create that? Nah, we'll keep it straight, you know, the whole while there. So it's 4 different roads that lead to a roundabout. I kind of like that idea. A roundabout that you can go in 4 different ways on 3 different types of road. That's actually quite cool. I like it. So, I'll go with the smaller versions of the on and off ramps to begin with, because if the traffic's too much, that's when we'll kind of upgrade them to the 2-lane highway versions. But we'll do them as and when we need. We'll just kind of get a feel for each one first. There we go. Beautiful. Just we need to do a few little tweaks. There we go. And of course we need to do some lane management too. Right, let's bring that. Is that alright there? Yeah. We need to do some lane management so none of them are crossing or turning into the other. I can actually put it back into play mode now, because now this is all connected. And so everyone who was now originally going to use the motorway or the highway because of how it all got mishmashed, they can now take these routes and go in any direction they want. So let's have a look at what we've done then. We've actually hooked up to a roundabout, which is pretty cool. Got a good connection back over here now, so the highway runs through it. So everyone using the highway right now might go a different route. This originally had a road coming off this, which is now connected up. So we might see a lot of people start to use this to get over to this area, which is pretty sweet. We've got rid of the what do you call it? Export plane yard, cargo airport, and the export area down here. So for some of them, the closest one now, even for the farmyard section, is this export here. So it might be worth getting a train line that comes up here in some way. And we have a little export area over here dedicated for these guys, because we've got one dedicated for each industry. Now the farming industry is going to be using probably this, which it looks like they are. Who are they? Going to the oil place. Oil. Okay, there we go. There's some farming. Oil again. So a lot of it's oil, but is that truck there? Slaughterhouse. So yeah. So the farming industry is going to be using this one. It's the closest one. There is another one to choose from just over there too. So I think at some point we'll get another one in. We'll just kind of... I'll see how it lies and how it settles. We've got this road in over here, which is all good. The train tracks end there. I'm going to keep them there for now, because I feel like I will have an export area in somewhere. And I don't know where the train line's going to go. I want to connect the train line back up to this, because obviously I don't want to cause too much chaos over here. It doesn't know there's too much chaos anyway, but I want them to have this train track over here, because this rail literally comes in, goes underground to there, and that's it. So I need that connected back up to the main line in some way, but we'll figure out that at some point in the future anyway. Let's take a look at this then. So this road is going to come up and just go straight over, no connection to the highway, because the main connection is going to be here that leads off the tunnel. So let's get this rocking and rolling then. So let's bring this to here. We'll bridge it up by 1, cross by 1, And we'll take it. Alright, we have to do the collision. Cross by... Okay, 1 and a bit. There we go. And then down by 1. And pretty much off you go. Off you go. So we got the bridge wide enough there for a decent connection. Now, okay, that's good. No pillar fell underneath. So, just a general connection, really. That's really all we kind of need to do. So, let's put the collision back on. And we'll take it from this one first. So, we'll bring it down by 8. And we'll push... No, yeah, let's push this one up by 8 as well. We'll flip them around in just a moment. So, 8 and an 8. We're doing 8 there. And an 8 there. And we'll adjust them to... the terrain in just a moment. Right, let's flip the ones that need to be flipped. Yep. And let's sort this out then. So we'll come up by 8 and then cut it in. So come up by 8 and cut it in. Come out by 8 and cut it in. Come out by 8 again and cut it in there. Well, that one falls short a bit. Not a fan of that one. I can take off the snapping because it's connecting to that. If I can get... I don't think I can get just past it. Oh, it's done that dip because I turned the thing... Why did I turn that on? Such a dum-dum. Right, we'll just roll with it and we'll use the move it tool to play around. Right, okay, so let's sort these out because they are really high. Well, some of them are. Let's bring you down. Alright, okay. We've got to flip some of them around as well. Well, that feels very high. What are you doing, you fool? There we go. No. Okay, let me raise this. Just trying to get the levels right. Okay, right, we got to flip it around anyway. That'll make a difference once we flip it. Bring this down. See, these ones up here are not that bad, but we do have to flip the road around. Okay, so flip. Oh, right, this one flipped. Okay, they're all going in the right direction, but these are looking shocking. Right, I'm going to redo these ones because they look so bad. And let's just lead them off one. That is my not too sure face. Well, my not too sure sound effect anyway. Alright, bring it down. Slope too steep. Not in this world. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So it might be a case, yeah, I'm about to say that we kind of connect these from further on down. Just to get a decent connection. And then play around with it. Could I bring these down a bit? I mean, I could. I feel like that thing towing the trailer went so quick down that. That was crazy. But now that looks really high. Alright, it's just finding the right... Right, that's good. Right, bring this down because that's now really high. Right, that's pretty smooth if you ask me. Yeah, alright. Let's just go with that. Right, I won't complain anymore. Oh, yeah, I say I won't complain anymore. Just gotta sort this out. I'll flip it round. The old Spanish term. There we go. Okay, we'll leave it to that. It does what it needs to do. Connect things up. That one feels really far out. Yeah, we'll leave it for that now. It serves its purpose right now, which is good. Those guys connected there. He's going back and forth using the roundabout. Beautiful. That's connected up to the highway down there. So that's a solid connection. Gets them off this section here because that was this area came up, didn't it, and bend down. So now this keeps it all off and together. So gives these guys over here like it straight up, down, and to go if needs be. I mean, they could have connected up to there and go around down. That's probably the longer route round. But it just gives them options. That's kind of what we're aiming for right now, is the options on this, which is pretty cool. I think that initial traffic for this has died down a little bit because it was the original traffic that kind of just disappeared when I got rid of the airport. But now this leads me to push in all this area. But I might get rid of this strawberry district here, the little strawberry town, because it was originally a little farming village kind of town. I feel like we need to create a farming town somewhere else. If you guys got any ideas where I could pull it, let me know. I might pull it up over here or something like that, or as that road bends up around, put some over here, that kind of fills in. But I want to fill this all out with trees, turn it into the kind of Hollywood Hills area. It's going to be beautiful. We got the solid connections, and that could go through a tunnel, maybe connect up to here and go in different ways. Oh, the possibilities are endless. But we do need some more residents over here because, as you can see, not enough workers. We've actually got some more workers coming to some of them. Don't know whether that's because of the sweet connections we've created. I don't know. But it works. It works beautiful. Vehicles are coming up. Are they going down in that direction? Where are they going? No, they're going straight on. Oh, I wonder, let me see where they're going. So, they're going all the way. Ah, they're exporting over here, I see. Right, so they're going to be using that one. So this is why we need a dedicated export area over here, which we'll probably get set up at some point in the future. We might have, as this bends round and goes up to there, we'll kind of create a more smoother bend as it goes round, and then get the train tracks to kind of go alongside the highway, bend round, create something over here. In terms of where we would place the train, I want to keep it away from some of the big routes. It feels dead on this road, so maybe here could be a good spot. We'll see how things go. It feels like a dead road here because you either come into here and then out, or if you're gonna want to get, like, if you're over here, you would normally go to the storage area, which leads you down this road to connect anywhere else, or this road. So we see nothing there, which is pretty good. So we can create something that connects down there to a train, which then the train tracks could maybe follow this road through and then lead all the way off, which could be a good one. Or it could connect back up as the train tracks bend round, follow the highway, and we do something that connects it down to here. We'll see how things go anyway. I want to get the Hollywood district in first before we add any additional train lines or track routes in. But it should be pretty cool. I'm really excited for you guys. I'm really excited, and I hope you did enjoy this. A bit of a long-winded episode where pretty much we did the main connection, but it kind of sets the scene for this whole area. Now I know that's where the highway is going to go. We can then build within all of the little gaps. All the little nooks and crannies can now be filled in. So I want to create the Hollywood Hills, and we're going to do that next episode. It'll be a pretty cool thing to do. Now, we've got two districts. Manor Heights, which is the farming area, just so we can have farming buildings. But the Hilton Estates made 4,000 this week. Not bad. It's got a really high upkeep. But I feel like now it's gone up to 13,000. I think now the highways have been added in and they can like get the stuff to where they need to be. Once we've got a dedicated export route in here too, that will really start to change things. And I'm thinking, yeah, we need to get the airport back in, the cargo airport, but I'm not entirely sure where we place it. I don't know if I flatten this hill a bit more, smoothing it out, we create a road connecting enough to there and pull it within this circle. I don't know. Or whether I save it for another area. That area, I don't know. Maybe up here or something. We got so much space over here that we've got to use as well. So let me know what you guys think on where I should pull it. as well. We can expand the forest area over this way when we buy more land. Oh, it's so good. It's all coming together. Sometimes it's just going to take a couple of episodes to kind of lay out the foundations for the areas. But once you got that clear path, that clear route decided, things are all good. Great thing is this highway goes in both directions, and we have other roads that go in different directions, so traffic is not limited to one road. Flows pretty nice through here. Happy with it, guys? I'm pretty much happy with it. So I think we're going to end it for here anyway then, guys. I hope you did enjoy this episode. We got the highway now running through and connected up. If you did, smash that like button down below. But until next time when we create the Hollywood Hills, I'll see you all soon. So good.